Hi students, welcome to another English class of class 12. My name is Swamy Vijay. I am teacher of English. In this video, I am going to start the second lesson from Flamingo textbook. But before I start the lesson, I would like to ask you a simple question. Can you tell me the names of the seasons? How many seasons are there and what are the names of those seasons? Come on quickly, don't delay. Give me answer quickly in the comment section below. It is not a very difficult question, but it is a very confusing question. The students who are watching this video, if you are an Indian student, then you know that there are 6 seasons for us. Whereas for European students, they have only 4 seasons. Now how many seasons are correct? Whether we have 4 seasons or 6 seasons. In between somebody already commented that there are 5 seasons. There are no 5 seasons, either we have 6 seasons or we have 4 seasons. But let me be very specific. You have to give me answer properly. You should know the answer to this question, how many seasons are there? Now quickly come on, tell me the answer. Yes, of course, winter season correct, 1. Summer season correct, then autumn season correct, then rainy season correct, then summer. How come summer season comes? 5 seasons or 4 seasons? Don't get confused. Think again slowly and give me the names of the seasons. Whether we have 4 seasons, if we have 4 seasons, then what are the names of the 4 seasons? If we have 6 seasons, then what are the names of the 6 seasons? Yes, somebody already started commenting in the comment section that we have 6 seasons. But can you tell me the names of those 6 seasons? Okay, we will start slowly. First season, okay, summer season. Second season, winter season. Third season, rainy season. Fourth season, autumn. Then what are the other 2? Are you getting confused? Let me explain. Of course, your answers are correct, but let me be very specific. According to the Indian Meteorology Department, we Indians have 4 seasons. Summer season, winter season, rainy season or monsoon season and autumn. Yes, we know the names of some other seasons also. To understand the seasons in English, let us first understand the seasons in our Indian language. Maybe in Sanskrit or Hindi. So we have 6 seasons. What are the names of those 6 seasons? Shishira Ritu, Vasanta Ritu, Hemanta Ritu, Grishma Ritu, Sharad Ritu and Varsha Ritu. Now quickly tell me the equivalent names of these Hindi or Sanskrit names in English. Okay, we'll start one by one. What do you call Shishira Ritu in English? Yes, winter season. Varsha Ritu? Yes, rainy season or monsoon season. Grishma Ritu? Yes, summer season. Vasanta Ritu? Yes, spring season. So far we have completed successfully names of 4 seasons. Now 5th season. What do you call Sharad Ritu in English? Come on, quick try. Of course the answer is correct. Sharad Ritu we call in English as autumn season. So far we have given names for the 5 seasons, I mean equivalent names for 5 seasons in English. Winter, summer, spring, autumn and rainy season. There is one more season is left. The name of that season is Hemanta Ritu. Now can you tell me the English equivalent for the Hemant Ritu? Come on quick, don't delay. I am asking you a simple question. What do you call Hemant Ritu in English? If you don't know the answer, then search for the answer. This is the common confusion for all the Indian students. For Indian students, since our childhood, we have been told that we have 6 seasons. Of course, 6 seasons are correct. But according to the Indian Meteorology Department, we have only 4 seasons. Winter season, summer season, rainy season and autumn. But for Indians, we have 2 more seasons. Don't get confused. Find out the English equivalent names to all these 6 seasons and give me in the comment section below. But why I asked you this question is, the name of the second lesson is Lost Spring. It is not L-A-S-T, it is L-O-S-T. So the name of the second lesson is Lost Spring. So spring is a season. What is the significance of spring season? Spring season is the most important season in the nature. Once spring season comes, the new life comes into the nature. That means during spring season, the entire nature takes a new birth. In European countries especially, spring season comes after winter season. During winter season, almost all European countries are covered with thick canopy of snow. That means there would be no possibility of any kind of vegetation. The entire earth was covered under thick snow. Once spring season comes, the nature takes new birth, new life enters into the mother nature. So that is the reason why spring season is considered to be the most important season among the 4 seasons. You have to understand that if we lose the spring season among the 4 seasons, then there is no new birth in the nature. So nature also wants spring season to take new birth and to bring new life into the nature. Here we have to understand one more thing, that the spring season is compared with a part of our life. According to the Shakespeare, we have 7 stages. One of the most important stages of our life is childhood. Why childhood is most important? During childhood only we get a proper foundation for our personality. Those children who have a healthy childhood, they will grow into a healthy adult physically and psychologically. Those children during their childhood, if have underwent so many physical and psychological troubles and problems and trauma, they won't grow into a healthy adult. They may develop so many psychological problems in the later stages of their life. So childhood is the most important phase of our life and we should enjoy the childhood. So you have to understand that spring season is compared with the childhood in our life. If you have lost spring season in the seasons, then the nature can't take new birth or new life. In the same way, if we have not enjoyed our childhood properly and thoroughly, in a befitting way, in a healthy way, we cannot grow into a healthy adult. So lost spring is equivalent to lost childhood. If anybody has lost their childhood, means if they have suffered during their childhood, that means they have lost their childhood. In this lesson, we are going to study what are the reasons which made these children to lose their childhood. So the name of the second lesson is Lost Spring. You have to understand lost spring is equivalent to lost childhood. So the name of the second lesson is Lost Spring, written by Anis Jung. Anis Jung is a columnist and editor for so many newspapers. She has written so many books. So this story, Lost Spring, is taken from her book, Stories of Stolen Childhood. By listening to the title of the book, Stories of Stolen Childhood, you can understand that there are so many children in the story who have lost their childhood for different reasons. Anis Jung talks about two important reasons for loss of childhood in somebody's life. First one is grinding poverty. Second one is foolish traditions. In this story, Lost Spring, there are two stories. I am going to take up only first story for this video. So I am going to restrict this video to only the first part of the story in Lost Spring. So the name of the first part of the story in the Lost Spring is Sometimes I Find a Rupee in the Garbage. But before I start the gist of the story, Sometimes I Find a Rupee in the Garbage, I appeal you to watch this video because you don't know what is grinding poverty. We might have heard about these words grinding poverty, but we have never experienced what is this grinding poverty. So I advise you to watch this 2 minutes video to understand what is the grinding poverty. Please watch this video first and then I'll start the gist of the story. After watching this video, I believe that you have understood at least 10% of the reality of poverty. Grinding poverty is one of the most important reasons why there are millions of children who are not going to school, who are deprived of minimum basic facilities in their life and minimum education in their life. Poverty is one of the most important reasons for the sufferings of these children. Now let us come back to the story. I am going to give you the gist of the story, but only first part of the story. Sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. The central character in the story is Saheb-e-Alam. The literal translation of the name Saheb-e-Alam in English is Lord of Universe. Anis Jung one day found this boy in her neighbourhood. Anis Jung went and asked Saheb-e-Alam, why are you doing this job? Because Saheb is doing rag picking job. He is a rag picker in Delhi. When Anis Jung asked Saheb-e-Alam why you are doing this job, he said that this is the only source for their living. This is the only source for their earning and living in Delhi. When she inquired about the whereabouts of Saheb-e-Alam actually came from Dhaka, Bangladesh. People like Saheb live in a place called Simapuri. Simapuri is located nearby Delhi. It is in the periphery of Delhi, but it is far away from the Delhi metamorphically. There are more than 10,000 people who are illegal migrants from Bangladesh. They migrated to India and they settled in this place called Simapuri. The reason for migration in 1971 was storms washed away their green fields in Bangladesh. As they don't have any other source of living, they migrated to India and settled in Simapuri. There are more than 10,000 people living in Simapuri. They don't have any kind of identity, but they have voter identity cards to survive in Simapuri. There were so many people living in Simapuri. To survive in Simapuri, parents force their children to turn into rag pickers. So for these children, garbage is a source of their living, and sometimes they may find 1 rupee and sometimes they may find 10 rupee notes in the garbage. It may be garbage for others, but it is a source of living for all these people who are in the Simapuri. When Anis Jung asked Saheb-e-Alam, why don't you go to school? Then Saheb sarcastically asked the question to Anis Jung, if you start a school, then definitely I would go to school. After a few days, when Saheb found Anis Jung, he came running towards Anis Jung and asked a question, have you started the school so that I can join your school? Anis Jung felt very upset because there were so many people like Anis Jung who do false promises to these kind of boys to uplift their life. Anis Jung noticed that a group of barefoot boys who do rag picking every day in their neighborhood. When she questioned one of those boys why don't they wear footwear, he replied to Anis Jung in this way. He said that his mother won't give the chappals to him even though they have chappals. But that is not the real reason. Because of the poverty, they can't even offer chappals to wear. She finds a group of barefoot boys appears in the morning and they disappear in the evening. Anis Jung recollected one story of a man from Rupee used to pray to God before going to school to bless him with footwear. After 30 years, when Anis Jung visited the same place, she found a young boy in the same man's house, returned from school wearing footwear. So the person who prayed to God to bless him with footwear is blessed with a boy, and the man from Udupi now can offer footwear to his son. This is the condition of many Indians who are suffering from grinding poverty. Another day, Anis Jung found Saheb-e-Alam watching a tennis match. She found that Saheb was wearing tennis shoes of different size. When she questioned Saheb why you are wearing different size shoes, then Saheb said that it doesn't matter to him, at least he has shoes to wear. When Anis Jung questioned Saheb whether he would like to play the tennis, he said yes, but it is far reach from his level. Anis Jung observed that now Saheb was carrying a steel canister. When she questioned, he said that now he was working in a tea stall. He was carrying the canister to a milk booth to fetch milk. So from the job of rag picking, now he turned into a server in tea stall. When Anis Jung questioned him whether he was happy with this job, he said nothing, but his face clearly shows that he was not happy with this job. He said that he was paid 800 rupees per month, including meals every day. So Saheb has turned from rag picker to a server in tea stall, but he had lost most valuable thing in his life called freedom. Saheb has lost the carefree look in his face. Now he has become very sincere and more serious because he is working under a master and he is working like a servant now. Saheb has lost his freedom in his life. So with this I have completed the first part of the story in last spring. The title of the first part of the story is Sometimes I Find a Rupee in the Garbage. Students, you might not have realized how dangerous this poverty suppresses our dreams, it suppresses us emotionally. We can't live life with freedom. So the grinding poverty is one of the reasons for loss of childhood in so many children's life. So with this I have completed the gist of the first part of the story. Sometimes I find a rupee in the garbage. The next part of the story, I want to drive a car. Mukesh is the central character. I am going to take up this part of the story in the next video. Now what you have to do is read the first part of the story and answer the questions given under the Think As a Read. If you are new to my channel and if you are watching this video first time, then my name is Swamy Vijay. I am teacher of English. I conduct these online classes to class 12 students because of this coronavirus lockdown. If you are first time watching this video, then I have given links to the textbook, split up syllabus, change of syllabus in the description box below. You can go to the description box below and click the links and download the textbook and split up syllabus and board examination question papers in PDF form so that you can make use of those things. And if you are new to my channel, one more thing, I have created one Google Classroom for all the students who are watching this video. The Google Classroom link is given in the description box below. So go to the Google Classroom, enter the Google Classroom code and connect with me in the Google Classroom. And I have already uploaded the assignments for this lesson in the Google Classroom. Complete the assignments and send the assignments to me in the Google Classroom. I will definitely check your assignments and I will definitely give you proper feedback. Once you complete the assignment given in the Google Classroom, send me a message. I will definitely check your answers and I will give you proper feedback. So thanks for watching this video. Stay at home and stay safe.